Hi everyone, in this video we will discuss types of measurement scales in SPSS. It is also called types of scales in SPSS, and in some cases it is also called as types of data in SPSS. There are four types of measurement scales. First nominal scale, second ordinal scale, third one is interval scale, and the last one is ratio scale. Nominal scale is a simple type of measurement which is used to categorize data into distinct groups on the basis of respondents' qualitative differences. And the examples of common qualitative differences of the people or the respondents are gender. People are different on their gender, on their marital status, on their race, ethnicity, occupation, department of work, etc. Using gender as a qualitative difference, data of the respondents or the responses of respondents can be divided into different categories like male respondents or female respondents. Similarly, using marital status as a qualitative difference, data of the respondents or responses of the respondents or even respondent itself can be divided into at least three categories. Those respondents who are married and they suppose for they are for group 1, and those who are not married they fall in group 2, and those who are separated uh, those fall in group number 3. Similarly, for other qualitative differences, data can be divided into multiple groups. Therefore, we can say when a researcher wants to categorize respondents or the data of the respondents into multiple groups, multiple different groups, distinct groups on the basis of their qualitative differences, the most appropriate measurement scale would be nominal scale. And the label for this scale in SPSS is nominal. The second type, that is ordinal scale not only categorize the data or the respondents or the responses of respondent, but also rank the data on the basis of an ordered set of categories. You can see the examples of this scale, like level of education, level of income. If we talk about level of income, respondents are being categorized into three different groups: those who respondents who have low level of income, those who have medium level of income, and those who have high level of income. If you look at this at these categories closely, you will notice these groups are not only being categorized but also being ranked from low level of income to high level of income. Similarly, for level of education, you can see those respondents who have high school certificates, those who have undergrad certificates, and those who are graduate certificates, and those who have postgraduate certificates. So respondents are being categorized according to their education into four categories. So if you look closely, you will see that they are not only being categorized into four categories, rather they are also being ranked from level of education, from low level of education to high level of education in this case. Therefore, we can say when a researcher wants to categorize as well as rank the respondents in a particular order, the most appropriate type of measurement would be ordinal scale. And the label for this scale, for such type of measurement in SPSS, is ordinal. And third type of measurement scale is interval scale. Interval scale not only categorize and rank the data, but it also measure the distance between 2 points on the scale, which means interval scale is used to measure data where the intervals between values are equal, but there is no true 0 point, which means that it is meaningful to compare the difference between two values. But it is not meaningful to say that one value is twice as much as an other value. So if we look into the example which is given here, where researcher asked respondents to rate your feeling about your job via the below scale. And the question which is being, the scale is here, and the question uh, being ranked is here. I feel happy to do my own work. I feel happy to do my work, and the scale is strongly disagree and strongly agree. The 2 points. The distinguished feature of the scale is measure the distance between any 2 points on the scale. So in this particular scale, the 2 points are strongly disagree and strongly agree. Researcher asked the respondent this question: I feel happy to do my work. And actually, researcher allows this scale allows researcher to measure the distance between 2 points. And in this case, these 2 points are strongly disagree and strongly agree. So respondent is asked to measure the distance between these 2 points. Of course, respondent will choose the appropriate option, will take the appropriate option according to his or her feeling. Therefore, we can say that when a researcher wants to measure the distance between 2 points, the most appropriate measurement type would scale measurement type would be interval. And the label for this scale in SPSS is scale, and the last scale is ratio scale. Ratio scale is actually similar to interval scale, but it has a true 0 point. True 0 point me represent 0 actually represents the absence of the attribute being measured. For example, like age, weight, and height, these such type of variables have 0 as an arbitrary origin. Suppose someone is 30 years old, so everyone born at a particular point in time. So if someone is 30-year old, we can say the arbitrary origin of age is 0. And similarly, if someone has 40 kg weight, the weight variable weight arbitrary or of arbitrary origin of weight uh, is 0. Therefore, we can say that if when a researcher wants to measure those variables, the arbitrary origin of those variables which have zero as arbitrary origin point. So in such cases, the most appropriate scale would be ratio scale, and the label of this scale in SPSS is scale. It is important to mention for interval and ratio scale, the label is scale. So let's take a practical example of a survey questionnaire where all these variables have been asked from respondents. Suppose this one, you can see that researcher asked the respondents to report about their gender, marital status, level of qualification or education, age, weight, and there are 5 items of workplace satisfaction. And respondents have been asked to report their perception on these questions. Now we have to see how we can label them correctly in SPSS. So for that, let's go into the SPSS. This is SPSS interface, and here you can see that this is data view and this is variable view. In variable view, you can see here are the names of the variables have been already entered, because we are interested to know how we can label them correctly in SPSS. And if you are interested to watch the video, if you are interested to know how about the data entry into SPSS, I have made another video. I will provide the link of the video into description. If you are interested to know data entry into SPSS, you can watch the video. Okay, coming back to this video, the names of the variables according to this questionnaire are here, like gender, marital status, education level, and all other details have also been fulfilled. We are interested to this column because this column is uh, relevant to decide or to select the appropriate type of measurement. If you see gender, as we have seen here, gender is actually nominal scale. So we have to click here, like click here. You can see there are three options, and the appropriate option, appropriate type of measurement for gender is nominal. So we will choose nominal. Okay, if you look into the image of this nominal scale, you can, this image is also meaningful. You can see there are three different colors and there are three different circles. So what it shows that the when the data is just being categorized into multiple groups, nothing more. Data is just data is categorized. So in the case of gender, we are interested to categorize this data into two groups, that is male group and female group. And second one is marital status. This one is also nominal scale. The appropriate measurement type is nominal. Just click here and select nominal. For education level or level of education, the appropriate measurement is, let me rearrange the files. Okay, for education level, you can see education level, the appropriate measurement is ordinal scale. Okay, click here, choose ordinal. Okay, this image is also meaningful. You can see there are three bars. The first bar is small and the second bar is bigger than the first bar and the last bar is bigger than all those other bars. What it shows? It shows an order. The things are being presented in order. So education level, the appropriate type of measurement for education level is ordinal scale, and for age, you can see for age the appropriate type of measurement is ratio scale, and for ratio scale the label in SPSS for ratio scale is scale. So we should choose the scale, and it is actually a scale. You can see like a scale we normally use in our classes during exams in geometry, etc. So we have chosen the option scale, and for other for other items, for other 5 questions of workplace satisfaction, where we have measured the distance between 2 points and those 2 points are strongly disagree to strongly agree, and the label for interval, the appropriate option, the appropriate measurement type is interval scale. Okay, for interval scale, the label for interval scale in SPSS is scale, so we will choose the scale. What you can do is you just click here, double click here, copy, select all other cells, relevant cells, and paste. No need to click, no need to change all other items one by one. It will save your time. So now we have chosen the appropriate types of measurement. If you have any query, you may ask me via email. Thank you very much for watching the video.